Hello guys, as you can see right now, it shows what if deku had kurama. Now this is part this is part 6. So let's start. They're going on a camping trip, as I can remember in season 3. So let's start it. So at first they go and they meet the wild pussycats. They say if you could survive that forest, then there. All the students are confusing. Immediately, Bakugo says, "Okay, I'll make sure that I'll try to not set all the trees on fire. Right, I see hot." And so the rookie says, "Who cares?" And Izuku says, "Wait, so we're going down there?" The wild pussycats immediately shrug off the dust and push them down. Now it's time to fight the boulder man, or like the thing. But now it's time. They get ready, and they're ready to fight. Immediately, Izuku gets into his KCM-1 and attacks each spot. Kurama says, "Come on, kid, what's wrong?" "Yeah, I'm not giving you a lot of chocolate." Why he's in his subconscious, Izuku says, "Come on." Izuku says, "I don't even need you anymore. You're just here to get my way and probably even hurt my friends." And Kurama's thinking that the kid isn't actually that bad. So this is way early, so it's like at 3-4 o'clock, and then the wild pussycats say, "Well, that's really early, but you have to eat, so go, make yourself something." And they run to go and do it. Now again, same thing, they go, and they again meet. Everything's technically the same. They meet Koda, he punches Izuku and his, of course, and like everything immediately happens. Not until it's the fight scene. That's when it gets real. Izuku again says, but when I was a kid, there was a lot of hard stuff for me." And he keeps saying when he was a kid. He said, "When I was a kid, I thought that I didn't have anything. I thought I didn't have any powers or even a quirk. It was completely useless, and nobody would make fun of me. Until one day, kids tried to bully me. But then after that, my quirk started activating." Is it that good? Sorry, I have nothing else to say, but what I can say now is just never give up, kid. And immediately gets Koda on the head. Now, that's the one that starts. The villains attack. Now Shigaraki says, "Okay, so Pain, are you coming in?" And then Pain and Akatsuki say, "I'm only gonna bring one in. There will be no Itachi because there's no Sasuke, so wink." It's kind of hard. So they bring out Deborah. I think that's his name. Datara? It's one of those things. But he has like a mouth on his hand. I think you know him. But he comes in and he attacks. And they learn, but the heroes know that these are different villains. Even Izuku's confused about what they look like. He goes to find Koda though. So when he finds Koda, sees him, and then he tries to get Koda until Muscular comes and he says, "Hey, I'm looking for a person named Izuku and also a person named Bakugo." Now this makes Izuku stop. His heart's beating even faster than he was. That this villain wants him and Kachan. He looks at him and Izuku says, "I am Izuku Midoriya and I am gonna defeat you." And then at first Muscular laughs. He's all just, "Nice one, kid. Okay, let's see what you got. I'm not allowed to kill you, but if you get on my nerves enough, I will." At first, second Izuku says that he heard that he's gonna kill him, Izuku immediately gets out his KCM and throws a punch at him. He blocks it, but without knowing, he knows that the punch is harder than it should, laying off his muscles splouter, and he's getting confused, like, what's happening? And Izuku throws a punch, leaving him flying with multiple deaths. Because this is a KCM, this is no 100%, no, this is strong. He catches Koda and says, "Well, that was something. I guess he did pull up a fight, only if he was able to dodge." But Muscular comes, the wounded Muscular says, "Okay, you're on my nerves, but this is probably the funnest fight I ever had. So, let's have more." And then gets his other eye and is ready to throw all he got with all his muscle. Izuku gets into his KCM and starts fighting. With Kurama, he keeps saying how Izuku always wanted to be a hero. Even when he didn't know that he was there, he kept wanting to do it. And he kept talking while Izuku was fighting about how he always kept being the hero. And had multiple flashbacks of Izuku always saying that I'm going to be the world's greatest hero. While Izuku's fighting Muscular. Izuku's trying his hardest. But Izuku does later know that Muscular is overpowering him. And that Izuku could die. Or that he could die. But no matter what, like any other hero, he'll keep fighting. No matter what, he'll always win. Heroes always win. Kurama talks to Izuku while Izuku's conscience is fighting. But Izuku can't talk to Kurama until it's the time. Muscular throws the last amount of a punch and throws all of his force at Izuku, smushing him almost like a patty cake. Izuku was down unconscious. Muscular says, "Wow, let me check if the kid's actually dead." And learns that Izuku's alive, ready to take him. Koda squirts water at him and screams, "Please, you can't kill him. He's the only one I have left, and I would defeat you." Muscular talks to Koda and says, "You don't get it, kid. Your parents gave me this eye. But it's okay, I'll kill you next. Then you can see old mommy and daddy." As you could hear this, he talked to Kurama. He says that I can't have this, Kurama. As if he doesn't win this fight, Koda will die. Kurama says, "Then why don't we fight together? Of a hand, of a fist." Izuku gets confused, but he automatically responds. Then after that, he opens the gate with Kurama giving him some of his chakra, and then my muscular is ready to throw a punch. He sees something glowing light. He looks at Zuko and he learns, wait a minute, what's happening? Why is that scarf going around him? And Zuko turns into a KCM2. And he looks at Muscular and says, you should have never touched Koda. And with a fist, ready to fight, he later says, now, I will make you pay. Muscular's ready. All this, what's wrong? You just got a little jacket around you now. Well, let's see how it's strong. You can take this next punch. With one punch, Zuko at Muscular. Muscular knows, and he tries to block his punch. But then after that, while he's punching, he hears a crack. Muscular learns that his arm is in pain and stops and screams. Ah! And learns that Zuko's punch was so hard that it broke his own arm. And Zuko says, so, I don't really want to punch you in the head, but I guess I have to knock you out. Muscular looks at Zuko like, you won't do nothing. But before he could finish that sentence, Zuko gets behind him. And with one neck chop, he knocks Muscular out. And he looks at Koda and says, and Koda sees the light. He sees Zuko. And Zuko says, Koda, follow your dream. If you don't want to be your hero, you don't have to. But never give your dream up. He gets out of KCM2 because he knows that could take a lot of his track run out. So he immediately goes into sage mode and gets Koda and tries to tell people that they hear from him and Bakugo. When they hear this, they tell Zuko to go inside as they hear from him for Zuko. But Zuko can't stand this as his friend could be suffering, as they could probably torture his friend during this time. Zuko can't have this and runs. And he says, sorry, but if my friend's in trouble and I can't do nothing, then I'm nothing, just a lonely stand dirt. Because I have to save Kachan. He goes in. He sees dark shadow around Toriyama. Zuko knows what he has to do. He goes into sage mode and he tries to hit everything but Tokiyama. He goes in for a Rasengan. Tokiyama's confused. And with one Rasengan, he hits Dark Shadow and makes Dark Shadow disappear, leaving Tokiyama there, breathing hardly. And Shingazuku and Azuka look at Tokiyama like, well, I guess I threw the right Rasengan. Tokiyama smiles, but says that we can't have it. I heard the news. We have to go save Bakugo. They go to Bakugo and they're ready to save them. Azuku, Tokiyama, everybody. Until people notice Bakugo's gone. They're confused. But out of nowhere, Azuku notices that something's happening to him. And later gets him captured and the villain says, well, 2 for 1. Let's see how good we can use these. At the start, they get mad and they're ready. Later, without these powers, they fling themselves to them and attack. Now all they have to do is just get the marbles that's holding them. They go and they attack the villains. There's no Zuko here, so it's harder, but they do attack them. And Tokiyama also has a dark shadow, so technically also wink, wink, wink. But let's keep going. Everybody goes, and they're ready. He holds. They get one, the beach. But only knows that something else. It's nothing. It's not even them. It's just a log. And they hold them both in his mouth. And he says, well, better luck next time, kids. Before they go in for the count. But later they notice something. One of the villains, Datara, comes. Well, let's go to the hero side, actually. Datara comes with all of his might. But before anything happens, he tries to blow an attack. One of his chakra, but only knowing that it's not working. He sees that Eraserhead is ready. But he's ready to attack Eraserhead and try to get him out of this mess. Until he sees a Kakashi with a kunai attacking him. Multiple slings their fight. Kakashi knows that this isn't going to end well until he learns something. A punch goes to his gut. Before that, he flinks Kakashi and gets a bird to fly away as he knows that his mission is technically done. But before anything, Kakashi uses his Migekyo Sharingan, slices one of Datara's arms off, and then after that, Eraserhead gets his wraps, uses his, oh my gosh, uses his quirk to stop Datara and the bird from flying. And then Kakashi gets another kunai and right in another arm of Datara. He rips it off. Datara has nothing else, just a kunai in his mouth. He has nothing else to use. He's ready to go. With multiple attacks, he tries his best, but there's too much heroes. And they both attack him with all of their might. One of the heroes, one of the pussycats say, come with us, and we can make this not a thing for you. They do ask why Kakashi was that rough, but Kakashi did learn that arms are important for a jutsu. Maybe it would be harder using one arm, but we'll have to make sure that they don't have any to help them. They learned this and about that. Almost a lot of people use their hands for a battle. Just making signals. But anyway, they're ready. But he blows on the last result. He ate a piece of a bear and threatens to destroy himself. It's a destruction that could actually blow this whole entire thing down. Multiple academy students could die. He blows up. But Kakashi stops him with his Migekyo. And Datara dies. Because he does this like all his might. Like he's not doing the whole try. Okay, I'm just gonna joke that dying. He does this like for real. So everybody gonna die. So Datara is dead. They're ready. But let's go back to the kids. They try to get Kacho and Izuku. Todoroki gets a hold of a Bakugo after the whole tornado laser, and then after that he quit. Before Tokiyama could catch Izuku, Pain slips and takes it, and he says, I guess you could keep your friend, but this one will go to us. And they leave, and that's what we're gonna do for next. Sorry guys, that is the end. So, bye for now. So please like and subscribe, and maybe do some more. Maybe I'll start something new. Maybe a new something, but just let's go.